What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another PG Sports podcast. We got Jordan Kurokawa in the building today. Professional baseball player. He's a pitcher from Hawaii. About to get him on. Jordan Kurokawa. About to get him on here today. Pro pitcher from Hawaii. And here he is, actually. Let's see. Jump in here. Go live. Boom.
What's up, Paul?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good to meet you, dude. Finally.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, right on live. Do it on live.
I know, man. Might as well while we're stuck in quarantine, right?
Yeah. How's everything there in Hawaii?
Man, it's getting crazy. I think we're just about over 100 cases right now of coronavirus. Yeah. And dude, I'm sketched out, bro. I went to go get Starbucks this morning. I was sketched out. Yeah. Just having to link my money, I was sketched out.
I know. Are you on lockdown?
We're on a 30-day no work quarantine, I think. We're not on lockdown yet. What about you guys?
So I'm in Connecticut, so we're pretty much on lockdown. Everything, like, only essentials are open, I guess. Essential things.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing with us. I think a couple of our islands have curfews or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think we have to be inside by like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's funny you said that about the money. Like, I got takeout before, and like I touched the doorknob, and then like my hand felt like, I don't know, if it's just I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I think it's just in my head though, a little.
Yeah, dude, it's on your head. But hey, you can't be too safe right now, dude. For real,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're in Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it still freezing up there or what?
Sort of. Oh, actually, it was ironically it like hailed / snowed the other day, and we haven't got much snow this year, so I guess. Damn. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. What's it like there? 90?
No, it's actually a real cold, rainy day today. It's been this whole like 2 weeks, so I guess it's fitting for virus weather.
Gotcha. Yeah, so let's go into your baseball career. How'd you get involved playing baseball when you were young?
That's just, it's always been a part of the community here in Hawaii. It's crazy, dude. Like everybody loves baseball over here, and it's really competitive, especially at a younger age. And I just got into it. I guess my dad pushed me into it. And to be honest, man, I didn't really like baseball when I first started playing it. Like, I made a lot of good friends, but I really wasn't that good, But yeah, I kind of just stuck with it and paired it up with surfing and canoe paddling, all that fun stuff that I like to do here. And it kind of just took off for me when I got into college. So it's a really good experience growing up here in Hawaii. There's a lot of guys in the pro circuit, that are up in the big leagues right now. And we all kind of have that same core values of just, having fun with the game, working hard, and trying to represent Hawaii. So it's been a lot of fun thus far. So we'll see what happens this summer. Hopefully we get a season in 2020.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm hoping any sports come back soon.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about it, and it's crazy, dude. There's nothing going on right now. I literally have no idea what to look forward to. Everybody's kind of just on hold and, just got to wait and see. But just trying to stay ready as much as possible, dude. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, so have you been working out or not?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't know if you're interested, but there is a online workout about to go down in 2 hours. My trainer from Hawaii is going to be putting on free workouts every day at 12 p.m. Hawaii time. So that's 6 p.m. for you, yeah?
Yep.
I can budge my friends joining in right now.
Dude, someone asked. I got a question actually already here. Someone asked, how do you work out for baseball during quarantine?
Oh man, right. This is the dojo right here. This is the spot I work out at. Little area is the yoga / workout room.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be getting some training regimens from my trainer. Tactical Strength Hawaii is gonna be going live in about 2 hours. So if you guys want to work out, get on it.
What island in Hawaii do you live on?
Right now I'm on the Big Island. in Hilo. I'm originally from Oahu, Honolulu. That's the big city. But
Yeah.
in light of all the quarantine stuff, man, I was like, I got to get to the outer island where there's less people. So I jumped ship.
Yeah. So I have no idea. I've never been to Hawaii. So like, what's it? So you guys could just go. How do you get to each island? Just by boat?
There's only Maui County has 3 islands that are really close to each other, and that's the only 3 that you can get to the islands by boat. But every other one you got to fly. It's about like a 45-minute flight at the longest.
Damn, yeah. So you can't even. What if you had to? Oh crap! What if you had like you had like a personal boat? You couldn't drive there. That's too far.
Oh, you can. You can. It would take a while though. I think it's a full day trip from here to Oahu.
Oh, okay.
I got a bunch of my old teammates tuning in.
Someone said I don't. Someone said I don't do anything. I'm assuming he's talking about working out.
That's Toronto, man. That guy when I was with the Phillies, he was pumping 100. And that was my throwing partner. I was the first guy that I ever threw with that, gave me upper 90s. So I was like, whoa. That was an experience right there. But I think he's back in the Dominican right now as a free agent. So best of luck to you, Toronto.
Yeah, what were your plans right now? Like where were you heading to play baseball this summer?
I was gonna be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, in the American Association.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a pretty good club. I've actually been trying to get with them for the past few years, and unfortunately, some legal stuff came through, some contract issues, so I wasn't able to go in 2018. But I'm really excited to go if everything works out. I'm really excited to go up there this year.
Man, what's it like playing in Canada versus like playing in US?
It's sick, man. They love baseball up in Canada. It's pretty crazy. I didn't really know what to expect at first. In 2018 when I first it was a huge culture shift for me, but it's actually very similar to Hawaii. Everyone's kind of really relaxed up there and super chill. But yeah, just the baseball vibe. I didn't know that they had fans of baseball in Canada. That was crazy. There are actually some diehard fans up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I heard like the Blue Jays have like one of the craziest fan bases actually.
Yeah, the Blue Jays are crazy, man. Especially Toronto, that big city.
Yeah.
Nuts. But even in the smaller cities that we played in, Trois-Rivières and like Quebec City, those are some of the best experiences for me because just because of the cities are so beautiful. The French Canadian cities they're really nice.
Said I hate the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, because he actually went to the Blue Jays after the Phillies. Yeah, I hate the Blue Jays too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then coming out of college, what was it like to get drafted by the Phillies?
Dude, that was nuts. The Phillies have always been my favorite team since Shane Victorino was playing with them. So coming up, I really looked up to them. I looked up to the Phillies, and just to get drafted by them was beyond everything I could have ever imagined, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was a good time. So I got a bunch of Phillies gear for free. It was pretty sick.
we got Blue Jays haters in there.
Yeah, we got people going off in the comments. Oh,
what's your
memory champions? Yeah, dude. There's a lot of those memories, but I gotta say, throwing my first complete game shutty against the Salina Stockade, that was my first real breakout game with them. That was unbelievable, man. That was awesome. That was definitely my best memory. Because I think the game before that, I had given up 7 runs in 1 inning. It was my worst outing ever. So to come back the next game and throw a big game shutout, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then what's in a normal off season? What's your routine for working out and staying ready?
Yeah, so this off season has been real interesting because I actually went back to college. And I'm finishing my degree. This is my last semester. I'm actually graduating in May, so let's go.
Congrats.
But, thank you. Usually I'm over on Oahu, and I train every morning at 8 a.m. with the tactical strength crew. And those guys, everybody that works out there is pretty much a professional athlete or someone that's aspiring to be a professional athlete. So it's just really good to be in that environment and to train with those guys. You know, it really makes you bring out the best in yourself and try 110% every time. So that's usually what I do in the off seasons. But this off season, I was over in Hilo, just finishing my degree.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I said, how old were you when you knew that you had a complete hammer?
You know what that means?
I don't know.
That's a term in Hawaii, like hammer, like a hammer, but just HAMMAH, like hammer.
Yeah.
That guy Dustin Figueroa is actually the real hammer. So you tell me, Dustin. I'd like to learn.
And then, yeah. What about while in college? When did you think? Did you have a moment where you like knew you could go pro?
Well, when I first came to UH Hilo, I had it in my mind that I wanted to get drafted from when I was a freshman. But obviously, I wasn't anywhere near where I needed to be physically, mentally. I was a lost puppy. But those 4 years that I really grinded out, I think the main thing that stuck with me. So there's 2 colleges. There's UH Hilo, which is a D2, which is where I went.
Mm-hmm.
And there's UH Manoa, which is the big D1 on Oahu. And I was getting recruited to go to UH Manoa at the D1, and they kind of snubbed me, and they told me that I wasn't good enough. So I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I came over here to the D2, and that pissed me off, man. I worked my ass off those 4 years to try and prove them wrong, and try and stick it to them. And I guess I would say after my junior summer, I started throwing a little bit harder. And from then I knew I was like, okay, well, maybe we can go somewhere with this.
Gotcha. What about, tell me more about like Hawaii from like, I don't think a lot of people go to Hawaii, but so you gotta tell me about like the culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just a melting pot of a bunch of different cultures. So if you didn't know Dustin, if you know the history on Hawaii, basically plantation days brought in a bunch of different cultures. Obviously, Hawaiians were the first ones here, followed by Captain Cook, which brought missionaries. And then after that, the plantation days kind of brought in all these cultures to work on the plantations, to work the sugar, to work the pineapples. So there was Chinese, Filipino, Portuguese, Japanese, a bunch, just came to Hawaii and all worked together to like kind of try to make money in the land of opportunity. So after that, man, we all just kind of blended cultures, and everyone's mixed. Everyone's a mix of something, of one of those races. So it's a really good community out here. You just have to respect the culture, respect everybody else, the land, everything, and everything will be good. That's the main thing. It's just you gotta have respect out here for sure.
And what about what was like the first time you came over to, I guess, the 48 other states?
Yeah. First time for ball or first time in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Ooh, I think my first time to the States was to see my grandparents in Tennessee when I was like 4 years old.
You remember that?
Yeah, that was my first memory of the States, dude. Yeah, my mom was born in Georgia and raised in the South, and then my dad is from this island.
Okay, that's so.
Yeah. What's up, Dino?
Have you ever been to Alaska?
Oh yeah, I went one season, not one season, one winter or one summer actually to go. It was super dope. I'm a big fisher guy. If you haven't noticed already.
You've been fishing lately? Well, before all this.
No, I mean we just went the other day, man. Got to go catch fish, survive. That's the only way to like get food without any coronavirus scares,
Oh man. Yeah. What else did you out there? What else did you out there for fun?
Dude, anything, man. We go surf, we go fish, we go camp. I think we're actually gonna go camping in a couple of days again to try and get some more fish.
You're going camping? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you could go camping.
Yeah, that's fine, man. We're gonna quarantine down at the beach. It's not a big deal. There's nobody down there.
What else? Oh, did you play any other sports growing up?
Oh yeah, basketball, football, everything. I'm a big ping pong guy. So if anybody's out there watching, play ping pong. Hit me up, dude. Let's get it going. That's an indoor sport and only 2 people.
Yeah, I heard. I did a podcast the other day, and they were talking about watching marble racing.
Dude, I saw that. It's actually pretty sick, man. Have you seen it?
Nah,
You gotta check it out, dude. I think.
I guess I got to check it out.
That's the next thing. I think that's the next thing.
You said,
'Cause,
what position in football did you play?
well, initially I was a linebacker, Kahi. I would have blew you up. Nah, but in high school I was a wideout because I got super tall and lanky, so I was just a red zone guy. Yeah. But dude, you gotta check those marble racing out, man. That shit is. Oh, sorry. That is crazy. No,
Make it
because
swear. Okay.
the production value is insane, dude. Like the cameras they have set up, they have
Who's
it's nuts.
who's airing it though?
Dude, I want to say he's the marble guy. I think that's his name or something like that. I saw it on Twitter though. I'll try to take a look.
Look, here's one.
Yeah, dude, that's the one right there. Nah, they have the finish line cameras. So I just, you know how they all cross at the same time.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's
insane.
what I was watching that for a good 30 minutes today. So,
oh, man. That's crazy. What was I gonna say? Yeah, marble. Yeah. What about any good shows you watching on Netflix?
Man, I'm a big King of the Hill guy, and that's one of the things that I watched back in high school. You know, when I first got into like Adult Swim and stuff. But it's been coming around. It's on Hulu right now, but it's been coming around again for me. It's a great show, all around great show. No complaints. What about you? What you watching?
King of the Hill. I'm catching up on All American. You know,
Okay.
so like football show.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah, so season 2 came out. It came out on TV regularly, but then now Netflix put it on.
Oh, nice, dude.
So it's kind of crazy. I think that. Yeah, I think that's going. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a new trend with like TV shows going either directly to one of these platforms or like after the season's over, then they like buy it or lease it or whatever, and then it gets way more viewership.
Dude, pretty soon Netflix is just gonna be the company to make all the shows.
Like, yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
Disney. That's gonna be it right there.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer like cable is gonna last.
Tirado, muy fuego.
What about stuff like in Hawaii right now? Is it gonna get harder to get stuff over there?
Oh yeah, that's the main problem with us is that everything has to be shipped in, right? Like
yeah.
we rely heavily on the shipments and the carriers that bring in all of our food and goods. And that's kind of why I wanted to leave Oahu, the big city, because, you know, if stuff really hits the fan over in the big city, there's a million people on one island. There's not much room. It's a big city vibe. It's going to be really, really hard to survive over there. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to get that bad. Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I would rather be on an outer island where I don't need to, you know, rely too heavily on the stores and whatnot. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some crazy numbers like from last week to this week. It was like 10 times the amount of people that have it now in the U.S.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think when I left Oahu last week, it was at 150,000, and now it's at like 450. That's insane, dude. Addison Ross, the man. Nice to meet you formally, brother.
Oh yeah, that's what I got to ask you. How did you link up with Matt to be your agent?
Oh yeah, actually, you know that's all through Chase Lumata, man. Rest in peace, the angel up there. That guy, he was with the Phillies when I was with them, and I hadn't really known him personally before then, but I knew of him because he was a sports legend in Hawaii. You know, like Chase Lumata in baseball is like that's what it is. You know, he's the man. So when I got up to the Phillies, he actually hooked me up with Matt and put a good recommendation in for me, and that's how we got going. And it's really a blessing to be with Matt's agency because it just reminds me every day that, you know, Chase is the guy that put us through, and Chase is the man that linked us up, and that it just sits really special with my heart, you know, to this day. So it's been good.
Definitely. Yeah, I think Chase was his first signing too, right? Or at least one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think I was Matt's like 7th or 8th, so we go way back, man. Way back. We've been through a lot together too. He's been there for me every step of the way.
And what about Rico too, right?
Yeah, Rico's the man. We're college adversaries actually. We never really knew each other too well, other than just that's the guy on the mound. We always faced each other because we were the two best pitchers from our colleges, and we go at it all the time. He still is. I mean, he's in the big leagues, man. There's a reason for it. But
it's funny. You go.
Well, after we both got drafted, that's when we started like, okay, you want to go throw? Like, we can be friends now.
Yeah. No, see, like it's coming from me, like thinking about Hawaii. Like I think it's like small, so I'm like, oh, they probably all grew up together. That's what I would say.
Yeah, no,
but I guess
we all grew up together, but it was majority of the guys we played against our whole lives, so it's kind of like a respect thing. Like, hey, I know you. Like, I remember playing against you when we were 12. What's up, Will? That's one of my college teammates right there. T3.
What else was I gonna say? Getting semi-distracted reading comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about what do you like to do? Like, what are you passionate about? Like outside of baseball?
That's a good question. I'm really passionate about just guys gonna be. I'm really passionate about just Hawaii in general. It's a beautiful place that I'm from. I really like to care for it as much as possible. Like I'm a marine science major, so that's my thing. Nature conservancy, all that. Definitely my GoPro nudie, yes sir. Just all the outdoor stuff here, that I can. I like to camp, like to fish, like to surf. I'm really into all those stuff, and I try to do that as much as possible. And
yeah, I know you said you're.
Will Thayer never took me 400 feet, by the way.
I know you said you were finishing college. So how many classes do you have left?
This is my last semester. I only had 2 classes.
Oh shit! Yeah, so you're almost there.
And all this Corona stuff happened, so I don't know what to do with myself now.
So is it? Oh, it's just online.
Yeah, it's all online. But dude, I'm in my last semester. I'm about to tell my professors, come on, just pass. I came this far.
I mean, yeah, you got like the month and a half left.
Month and a half, yeah, and just all online. So I'm just cruising.
Yeah, definitely. Somewhat comes in handy. Some people, I feel like sometimes degrees, they think it counts as a lot, but it doesn't count as much. But it's definitely good to have.
Man, I know a lot of people with master's degrees that I don't want to talk bad about them, but they aren't the smartest people that I know.
Oh yeah, no, anyone can get their degree.
You can be real well qualified for a job on paper, but it don't matter if you can't do it in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Same is true about baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think college is going to exist in the long term.
Yeah.
Like say 100 years.
Especially with all this coronavirus stuff, we're really valuing the essential workers, right? The janitors, the cleaners, the food industry people. So I think that should be valued more than people with master's degrees, doctorates, and stuff like that. Obviously, they have really a lot to offer society, but there shouldn't be that much of a difference, I feel.
Yeah, and it's even showing it's even showing just like what is money really worth now.
Right. Because it's not going to.
And now all of a sudden, like everything's free, which is weird. Like it's weird. I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's cool, but it's weird. It's cool that everyone's helping each other out, but it's also, I don't know. It's just like what you were taught, I guess, and now it's like totally different.
Why couldn't we been doing all this in the first place?
That's what I'm saying. So if everything was, so it's like, all right, so all these people are having, like, all these companies are having sales too, because you already know, like, it costs them like cents to make like a T-shirt, right?
Right.
And so that means, so, well, I don't have the cent T-shirts because I don't really get them for overseas, but say I'm not. Say again.
Where do you get your shirts from? Is it all in America?
Yeah, so I get everything like printed in America. I usually get American-made T-shirts too, so or try at least.
Yeah,
Most
speaking
of
of
the time.
that, I'm gonna have to get on that and get a couple more shirts, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did some orders overseas though, but it's just hard to tell like what it's gonna come out to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the quality. Right.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
going back to the
no,
what
go
were
ahead,
you
go
gonna
ahead.
say? So yeah, going back to like so say like a big brand is getting a T-shirt. What's your dog's
This
name?
is Graham.
Graham.
He's like
Grim?
6 months old. Yeah. All right, dude.
Oh, you just
So,
got him?
yeah, it's my roommate's dog.
Oh, nice.
He's a super chill dog. What's up,
Yeah.
dude? Hey, what's up?
I'm surprised he's not barking.
Nah, he's chill, man.
Must
All right, no.
be the Hawaii vibes.
Yeah, dude, just chilling. Now, what were you gonna say though? I
All right,
my bad.
so big brands say get the shirts for like pennies on the dollar, right?
Uh-huh.
So they're selling it for $30, right? So say they got it for $1, it's $29. So now all these companies are having like 50% off sales. So technically they're still making like $14 on it. So that's why it's like crazy because they could easily regularly just sell a T-shirt for $15 and still make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So
Just greed, man. It's all greed.
so maybe hopefully after all this,
T-shirts $1.
hopefully I think it will. I think Sun's going to change in the positive way after this.
I think so too, man. I I was thinking about this earlier. It's a real tough start to 2020. Losing Kobe, coronavirus, but I think for the rest of the decade, it's going to be a good thing. Start off rough, but then just keep climbing, go to the top. I think it's going to be a good decade. It just had a really tough start. Oh, I'm hoping.
Yeah, for sure. What about, is there any states that you haven't visited that you want to visit?
Ooh. I've visited pretty much all of the really big ones. I think I just haven't been to the Corn Belt, like North Dakota, not Corn Belt, but those really middle of nowhere states. That's where I really haven't been. So I think if anything, I want to go like drive through and confirm that there's nothing there. I just got to see
it. Have you been to Connecticut before?
Oh, actually, I haven't. But I played with a bunch of dudes from Connecticut. They're really good guys. But yeah, I might have to take a trip through, man. How far are you guys from New York?
Like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad. We'll make that happen.
I got 2 questions in the question box. I got here. I put it up. But you're not with the champions no more, right?
No,
technically.
I'm not.
What team did you say you were going to play for this year?
The Winnipeg Gold Eyes.
Gotcha. Winnipeg.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this next one. Uh-oh.
Is it not a serious question?
You see the question or not?
Nope. Or wait. Nope. I think that's all.
It says, as a professional pitcher, how do you feel about the Astros stealing signs?
Oh, boy. We're going to get started on that topic. Dude, I mean, I'm a baseball guy, obviously. And if you're not cheating, you're not trying. There's that, right? I mean, they were trying. I give them that. They're giving their best effort, and they made some crazy teams, and they won a World Series, whatever. But the bottom line is, you cheated, like, real bad. And especially as a pitcher, dude, that's so hard. Like, you got to feel for those guys, especially, I think there's a few guys that came up from the minor leagues, and they got lit by the Astros and got sent right back down. And it was because they were cheating, right? It's because they're stealing signs. So that pretty much messed with those guys' careers. Like, those guys, I heard one of them never made it back up to the bigs, and he might have got released. I don't know. But it's that kind of stuff. Like, you're playing with people's livelihoods. You're playing with people's checks. They're feeding their families, and you're going to cheat, and you're going to cheat somebody out of their check like that. Man, that's brutal. Super brutal. I don't agree with it, but, it's baseball. That stuff goes on all the time.
Yeah, I forgot what pitcher it was, but he's actually suing the Astros because he never played. He was the one that never played or never got back to the majors or something.
Exactly. Okay. That's pretty extreme. I don't know if he's gonna win that case, but if anything, they should just let him get another shot in the big. You know?
Yeah, he'll probably. I mean, he might just get. They might just pay him and to walk away.
Just a season salary. I mean, that's a win.
Is something. I mean, yeah. What about? Do you think they got a big enough punishment?
Oh my God, no. I mean, dude, they didn't even get a slap on the wrist. They didn't come out and apologize or anything. You know? Like A-Rod said, A-Rod messed up. He had to come out and publicly apologize. He had to go through the whole process, you know, of like saying sorry, healing, having people hate him. But the Astros are just kind of like turn their shoulder and be like, nope, that didn't happen. Like, yeah, it did.
I mean, and it's kind of crazy that all this happened and now they didn't have to deal with the media.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, right? Like coronavirus, everything's gone. Like, what happened? Astros didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing was they were just changing their.
Maybe the Astros started the coronavirus.
Oh my God.
Never know.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing was they kept on just changing their stories, so I think people would have accepted their apology or whatever if they stood by what they said first.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Carter? My friend Newton right here has got a good point, man. Pete Rose, what's going on with him? He didn't do anything that bad. I mean, betting on baseball, but it was on himself. So, you know, I think he has a valid point there.
I think Pete Rose should be back.
Pete Rose back. Astros got to go in for life until they get to Pete Rose's age, and then they can come out. Wyatt, Montreal.
What about what's your favorite food in Hawaii? What's your favorite Hawaiian dish?
Definitely the Hawaiian plate, man. Can't go wrong with that. It's just rice with lau, which is like pig and some fish wrapped in tea leaf and steamed. And then just kalua pig, halpia, salmon, dude. Just it's a Hawaiian plate. You know, when you come here, you gotta try it for sure.
Someone asked, I don't know if he said greatest baseball player of all time.
Ooh. Man, I gotta go with Mike Trout. It's either Mike Trout or Shohei Ohtani, and I say Shohei because he's a two-way guy that can just dominate on either side. You know, and it's not because I'm half Japanese. I swear, there's no bias there. But he's one of the greatest pitcher hitters that I've seen in my lifetime. I don't know. What about you? Who do you think is the best?
Yeah, I mean, right now or like ever.
Ever.
Well, all right. Well, right now it's definitely Mike Trout. It's like there's no. I don't think there's really a debate. The best player ever. Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess are we just going like since we've been born?
Nah, we're going ever.
Well, then I guess I just have to be basic and say Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth? Okay. See, I disagree with that. I know he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's the man, you know. But like, that dude was all fat and out of shape. Like, he could hit the ball. That's about it. You know, like, guess that is a baseball player, though, right? I mean, all we do is go up and take one hack.
So my other person that was in my head was just A-Rod, but like,
okay,
before steroids, I guess.
Yeah, that's one before steroids, before he ruined everything. But nah, I mean, there's a bunch of guys on the list. Pete Rose, he's definitely one of them. You know, Bo Jackson. Like, I know he's not the greatest player of all time, but dude, that dude is a specimen.
Yeah. What about Barry Bonds?
Yeah, Barry Bonds. Yeah, I guess so. See, that's the thing. I don't know. There needs to be like a grading scale, you know, where you can like actually scale all this stuff and find out who is the best player of all time.
Well, on Baseball Reference, they have like it's like I think it's called black ink, gray ink, and something else.
Bro?
And it's like a number that determines if like you're a Hall of Famer.
Oh, damn! I didn't know that.
Yeah, hold up. Let me pull up somebody. Let's see.
Brownie. My dude.
All right. So this is Derek Jeter's. So it says black ink, gray ink, color ink.
Damn.
So look, but look, black ink, it says he's only 10, and that's his average Hall of Famer is 27.
Huh.
So hold on, I don't know what that is though exactly.
Okay, got you.
Let's see, black ink is mercilessly values.
MLU, baby.
You know the guy Bill James that created all this like sabermetric stuff. Yeah, he's the one that created all this like crazy stats and stuff. So black ink for a batting for a position player is four points for home runs batted in or average, 3 points for runs scored, 2 points for that doesn't make sense.
And Jeter only got 10?
Yeah, I don't get. Wait, that doesn't make sense. 4 points for home runs or average. Penalized. Central point to important
They might have made
stats.
it confusing, so we can't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's why that guy is nuts. I think he created WAR too.
Oh, okay. That's the guy then.
Oh yeah. Who's your favorite pitcher to watch? They asked.
Pitcher to watch right now, I'd probably say Justin Bieber.
What?
Nah. What is that guy's name? Oh, Barrios. That's my favorite pitcher to watch. Jose Barrios, I think.
What team is he on?
I think he's on the Twins. Is that right? Can
Is it
somebody confirm Barrios on the Twins? I'm not sure, but I know that he has the nastiest three-pitch combo in the league. I'm no doubt in my mind. I'm pretty sure he's with the Twins. Yeah, if you watch some of his highlights, man, he's got a 95 with sink, a nasty
he's
slider,
a starter.
Filthy changeup, dude. Yeah, to me that's my favorite guy to watch right now. Him and probably Hicks too, because he just throws cheese.
True. Yeah. What about? All right. So yeah. What about? Who would you say is the greatest pitcher of all time?
Nolan Ryan, hands down. Not even a doubt in my mind. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
If there's anybody that.
How many Cy Youngs has he got? He got like 7 or 8.
What is that?
Said how many Cy? I think he got like 7 or 8 Cy Youngs.
Something like that. But just the fact that he pitched from when he was 18 to when he was 40 is ridiculous. In the big leagues, that's ridiculous.
True.
And he handled his business like a grown man, dude. If there's anything I would tell kids to like emulate themselves after is Nolan Ryan. You know, just go out there, take care of business, and pretty much just show everybody you're the man.
Who was the other pitcher you were saying?
What was that?
I like missed it because I was like I was talking over you for a second. I thought you were about to say another.
No. Apex, Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, actually, that's crazy. I'm looking up his thing. So he played in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Weird, yeah.
So 4 decades. Yeah. 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, it's crazy.
And he was in the high 90s the whole time. Like, that's God-given talent right there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he was an all-star at 42.
Right. And just the fact, what is that one? There's that one, some guy, like, charged him out on him, and he, like, just grabbed him like that and just started punching his head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. He's Nolan Ryan's a rancher, right? That's why he was so strong. Like, he grew up, like, wrestling cattle. And you could tell right there, dude. He just grabbed that thing like it was, like, a little cow and just started pounding his head, and it was crazy. That fired me up.
What about, are you like a guy that likes to watch film?
Oh yeah, big film guy. I mean, especially with pitching. Well, I guess with everything, dude. Pitching and hitting, it's all about your mechanics, you know. And when you're up there doing it, your mind is thinking just throw the ball. But all that work you do to prepare yourself comes into play. It's a game of inches, man. Release point out here to release point over here. It's all about that stuff. And that's one thing that is really good about baseball nowadays, is that they're really incorporating a lot of film. And when I was growing up, we didn't really have phones that you could just bust out and be like, oh, here, this is what you're doing, But I think film's definitely one of the biggest things to teach young kids, and going forward, it's going to be what's going to be good for me.
Yeah, how many pitches do you have in your arsenal?
Ooh, I think I have 5. Ask her, change. Yeah, I have 5, and that's come over the years too. When I left college, I only had 3 pitches, so I picked up a couple more.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, it's got to be the fastball, dude. If you ask any pitcher what their favorite pitch is, and they say anything other than fastball, something's wrong.
What's the fastest you hit?
97.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's one time. One time for the one time. I usually sit like low now. So.
Wait, was it in a game or?
It was a game. It was a game, but it was a board 97. So it's not that accurate. Because
well, I mean, it's still got to be pretty close to that.
Yeah, it's pretty close, but for the fans, they might juice it up 1 or 2 miles an hour up there.
Right. Well, so on that pitch, did you think it was faster than your normal, or or did you think it was the fastest one?
I thought it was the fastest one for sure, because it was a warm night. It was a warm night in Chicago. I think it was like beginning of August, and I really liked that mound that we were playing on. I knew I liked it, and I think I was pissed off. I think someone just hit a triple off me off the wall or something. And I was pretty angry about that.
Yeah. What about I know let's say a lot of times a lot of pitchers that are starters in college go to relief. How did you get to continue to be a starter?
Well, funny thing actually, when I went in college, I was a starter for the whole time, and when I went to the Phillies, I got drafted, went to the PCL. I ended up being in the bullpen, and I had never done that. I'd never been a bullpen guy. It really made me kind of rethink about pitching, rethink my mental approach to the game. And after that, I was lucky enough in indie ball to, be a starter, because that was my calling, was, taking you 9 innings. And that's what I told my manager. I'm not really a bullpen guy, but I will do my best to get us through the game with 0 runs on the board for the other team. So that's and it's all about training, dude. It's all about running, I think, the main thing for stamina. So just got to keep up the running.
What about what's your favorite number? What number do you like to wear?
College, I was number 7. That's definitely my favorite number. It's been my favorite number forever. But it's obviously not a pitcher's number. You're not going to see a guy out there wearing number 7 on the mound, So I usually try to stick to the high 20s or low 30s. 32, 28, 36. I think this year I'm going to be number 20. So.
Yeah, actually, 7's my favorite number too.
Yeah, dude, can't go wrong. Lucky number 7.
Actually, what's it? Stroman wore it for. Now he's wearing 0.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, that's Marcus Stroman. It's the only guy.
Do certain mound affects performance? Oh, do certain mounds affect your performance?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you'll go to a couple of mounds. I think in the minor leagues, all the mounds are regulated. I think they're all pretty much leveled off. But you'll get a few mounds that are maybe a few inches higher, a few inches lower, and you can feel it. So it's definitely an in-game adjustment that you got to make, and just got to roll with it. Just kind of throw the ball.
What about what advice would you give to, say, a young baseball player trying to get a scholarship or trying to go pro?
Man, you got to put the work in. Everybody that gets to the higher levels, they've all put the work in throughout their entire life. And I know it's hard as a young kid. You can't really see the vision, the future, but it's all about putting that little bit of percentage in every day in everything you do,
Said, how about Drake High School mound? How'd you feel about that one?
Yeah, so that's where me and him played college summer ball right before I got drafted. That was a big awakening for me when I played with Nudie at top speed in Northern California. And it wasn't really the mound that messed with me at Drake. It was the left field wall, because that thing was probably about 190 feet down the left field line. It was ridiculous.
Oh, what about – oh, and since you played D2, did they use wood bats then?
No, we used metal. I think
okay.
only – what is it, like NAIA uses wood or something like that?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought D2 used wood.
Nah.
So what about that? What about that transition?
Honestly, the BB
going
core
from
bats,
metal to
yeah, in college they don't really fly. The ball doesn't fly very much, you know. Like you can give up a pretty decent. Like, you can leave it right down the middle, and a guy will think he hits it out, but it just barely gets to the wall, you know. But guys in the pros really know how to swing a wood bat, and actually, there you go. A lot of East Coast D2 used wood, so that's probably where you're hearing that from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah. But I think wood flies way better. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about what's your prep is it, or what's your what the hell was I going to say? Oh, how do you like prep for like a start? Like, do you have any pregame routines, or are you
for me,
superstitious?
Definitely, I'm a little stitious. It starts the night before for sure. You know, it's just a mental lock-in kind of thing for me. Like before I go to bed, I know that when I wake up, it's game day. You know, because I'm a starter, so I only start one of the 5 days. And when I wake up that day, it's in my mind. I know that night is Judgment Day. That's what I like to call it, Judgment Day. You know, like you're going forward to put your best stuff on the line, and you're gonna see what happens. You know, so. Going through the whole day, I'm one of those guys that I don't really like to talk to anybody. You know, I kind of like to stay locked in, get my headphones going, and just do my own thing. So, yeah.
What about what do you like to listen to before a game?
Oh, I got a nice playlist, man. I mean, it's tailored to my my liking. So I kind of start off with some nice easy reggae. You know, some Hawaii reggae to kind of like loosen me up, get me in the vibe, and then from there I go to like some little weird offbeat Kid Cudi, kind of like get me in a little weirder vibe, and then I go into some hard rap, and then some pretty like good techno right before my start, like some good house techno.
Gotcha.
Boys.
Wait, can you see that question now, or not?
Nope.
Yeah, but I don't know. Instagram's weird. But someone asked, do you meal prep?
Meal prep, yeah, for sure, dude. That's a huge part of, especially in the minor league system. You know, we really don't have that much time at home. So on an off day, I'd like to make as much as I can for the week and just kind of put it away in storage.
True. Yeah. What's minor league life like?
Brutal. It's brutal, man. Especially in this league that I'm going to be in. I think we're up in Canada and right above Wisconsin or something like that in Manitoba. And I think we travel all the way down to Texas. So that's like a 16-hour ride or something like that. And you know, granted it's going to be on an off day, but to me the worst part is the travel. It's you know, playing 3 days, getting on a bus, traveling 10 hours overnight, and waking up and having to play the next day is pretty crazy. And a whole summer full of that will drive. See these bags under my eyes, man. That's what that's from. Sleepless nights.
What about have you pitched better when you're not traveling? Like, have you ever started after one of those 10-hour road trips?
Yeah. I've started after those trips, and honestly, I'm so grumpy that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna kick your guys' ass today. You know, like screw this.
Yeah.
I've had some of my best away performances right after a bus trip, just because I just want to get it over with. I just want to go back to bed. Whatever I gotta do.
What's the feeling like striking someone out looking?
It's pretty good, man. Especially like to end the game. That's one of my favorite ways to end. You know, if I do go a CG, that's one of my favorite ways to end the game is a strikeout. Just because you kind of get to claim it. You know, like all that hard work comes down to one pitch. It's a good feeling. Yeah, but honestly, I like strikeout swinging better. I think.
Really?
Just to know that you tried.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Oh, actually, bringing up this topic, even though I hate it, what do you think about if they went? Did you ever see them do like the digital umpire?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it, but they tried it in the Atlantic League, right?
Yeah.
They tried the digital umpires. Tried stealing first base. Did you hear about that one?
Yeah, that one's terrible.
Did you hear about the guy that got his cleats cast in gold and put in the Baseball Hall of Fame because he's the first guy to steal first base?
Oh, that's terrible.
How's
I hate
that?
it.
Yeah? Like, just a random
hate
dude
it.
just steal first base. I'm in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I definitely don't want no digital or whatever you want, robot umpires.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's human error. It's what takes.
Yeah.
It would take the fun out of the game, I think. Because it's fan interaction, it's coach interaction when an umpire makes a bad call. I love seeing a coach go out there and talk crap to the umpire. It's a part of the game. That's what keeps it entertaining to me. So I wouldn't like to see that at all.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I asked you a lot of questions. You got any questions for me?
Dude, I mean, what I want to know your story, man. Like, how did the whole PG Sports come along? Like, what? It's a great brand. I love the clothes. I love the hats. It comes from right here. I can tell, and I just want to know like what started all of it.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. So I don't know how long we probably known each other from social media and stuff probably for like 2-3 years now. Pretty much whenever Matt started the thing, because we pretty much linked up right when he started the agency.
You guys are both startups at the time?
No. I started in 2011.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a while now. So yeah, I started when I was 19 and I was in college. Yeah, we're the same age, by the way, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I was 19, I started as a Twitter page, just tweeting about sports, kind of like ESPN vibes. And then I got T-shirts done just to promote the Twitter. Literally, like I didn't have this logo yet. It was just like a font.
Yeah.
And then like people liked it, so I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna make T-shirts. So then I came up with the slogan "Everywhere and Anywhere" because I wanted people to wear the shirts everywhere and anywhere, obviously. And then then I got people to. Well, actually, I was pretty much doing influencer marketing before it was called influencer marketing. And I would just hit up athletes.
You're the influencer of the influencers.
If you want to say that. And then, so I was like, I was messaging them on Twitter and all that, and just got them to wear it. And then throughout the years now, I think I leveled up for every year because I look back, and sometimes I feel like I haven't done anything, and then I look back from year to year, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I have. So now I'm getting, so I went to media stuff, obviously doing stuff like this, doing podcasts, did blogs, obviously. And now I'm getting more into sports marketing and helping athletes grow their brands. So that's what I'm doing now.
Thank you, man. You're doing great work out here, for real. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Appreciate that.
It's awesome to be a part of, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate you supporting all the way in Hawaii.
Always, dude. We got a whole crew out here that loves the PG Sports. You know that.
Yeah.
Nobody rocked it harder than Chase, man. Nobody rocked it harder than
I know. That's why it's crazy, too. Oh, my God. It's crazy. I keep on saying – I literally have stuff. I'm about to make a folder, actually, because I have stuff that his girlfriend posts, and I'd never even seen it before. Really? And I was like, oh, shit. Like, he was always wearing it.
Dude, he loved that stuff, man. No doubt. Like, we're going to have to collab and make a Chase Motto shirt or something like that. Cause all the pro guys in Hawaii would wear it. We got guys in the big league.
Yeah, we should have.
They would rep that for a BPT, 100%.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely down to do it.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy, too, because the catcher's gear that he wore, the guys from Connecticut, too.
The Force 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, I'm down to link up with you for that. That'd be sick.
Yeah, we could definitely do a call, and we'll figure it out. Someone asked, a complete game shutout or a walk-off home run as a pitcher?
Complete game shutout every time. I think I've only given up one walk-off bomb, and I was an affiliate, and I was like, All right. Well, there it is. There's my one.
Oh, I was just thinking, imagine if somehow a pitcher hit a walk-off home run.
Oh. Okay, I'm taking the walk-off home run, dude. Every time. If I get to try around the bases, dude, I'm literally gonna take my time and walk because I'm never gonna do that again.
Now I need to know. I gotta find out if that's a stat. I gotta see if in the MLB that happened.
I'm sure.
A pitcher hit a walk-off.
That's actually a good one because I don't think a pitcher would be in that situation. You know, like
only what's his name, Ohtani now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, bottom of the ninth inning, you're never gonna have your pitcher hitting.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess unless it's like the 27th inning or something.
Yeah, that might be a stat that might be one of the only stats that hasn't come across yet. We'll see though. You should check on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Well, we got like 4 minutes left.
All right.
Of this live.
Damn, that hour flew by, man.
It was an hour. So yeah, I haven't. It's funny too because you didn't even. Some people ask me like how long it's gonna be, and you didn't even ask, and I was just like, so I've been using the whole hour on these because I was like, screw it.
Yeah, might as well. Like I said, we got nothing better to do.
Yeah, that's why it's crazy. Like I've pretty much created a whole second podcast out of this now.
Yeah.
Because of Corona.
Yeah.
And it's obviously dope because now everybody sees the cameras and it's live and it's dope.
Head, man. Logo PG Sports.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, boy. I got my hat in my car. That camel hat's my favorite hat too, by the way.
The Hawaiian edition right there. Yeah, actually, that's what I want too. I'm sure you want it too, because every time I post something, one of you guys, I always want to put the Hawaiian flag emoji, but there's no emoji.
Yeah, well, it's actually the kind of the British flag, I think. Right? It's
True.
Kind of but same thing, but
True. Well, I appreciate you coming on today, and we'll definitely be in touch. Yeah, let's definitely get on a call soon.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this again. Like I said, I'm not doing anything. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I wish you could. I think they're probably going to develop that. I wish you could three-way on here so you get more people.
Yeah, I think there's an app for that or something, but Instagram hasn't figured it out yet. But they're gonna have to start soon because everybody.
Oh, they're gonna because I don't know if you've seen it, but a lot of people have been live all like these past 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right, well, yeah, hopefully baseball comes back soon, and again, appreciate you coming on.
Fingers crossed, man. We need baseball.
Yeah.
Without baseball,
for sure.
All right, man. Hey, you take care of that, huh?
Yeah. All right, you too.
All right, bro. Shoot.